put that there. Let's put... As the rush comes... Grenade. Are these the only grenades I have?
Keep it real.
I wonder if I can pick up a grenade at the auction house here. I wonder if anybody has grenades on the cross-faction auction house. I wonder if this is something that would be good, right? I wonder if it's something that would be good to have an MMO like that, where like you have that set level cap and then you keep adding stuff. So what's another issue? I don't think splitting up the player base is a real issue, right? Because you could be a fan of the game and just your favorite version of the game isn't the most popular version. I think that's fine, right? Like it's kind of like that with like classic and retail. WoW, you know, like there's people that like classic, there's people that like retail, and it's totally fine. Like some people are stupid about it and they're like spurgs, right? But the reality of it is like you can play whatever you want, you can enjoy whatever you want. That's cool. So. Did you enjoy Link to the Past? I wasn't able to watch the end, so waiting for VOD. Yeah, dude, it was so good, man. It was I loved the Link to the Past. It was an outstanding game, like really like one of the best games. What if they made WoW completely free to play? They would have to add in microtransactions for them to want to do that. I don't see many people staying on Classic after full bis next year and TBC coming out. It'll be a waste of time to log in unless you want to do fun run stuff. Yeah, I think that what's going to happen is they're going to make fresh Classic servers, and then these original servers are probably going to move on to Burning Crusade, and you might have a chance to character copy over. I do think the concept of forced progression in MMOs can be kind of bad because some people just never want to move on. They just want to play that same patch forever, that same expansion forever. I know that was certainly a thing back then. It's going to be a thing now, where I think similar to what I'm saying about seasonal MMOs, you're going to have the player base of these classic servers going to slowly dwindle over time, and the player base of these classic servers are slowly going to dwindle over time, and you're probably going to have these classic state. I think what's going to happen is you'll probably have a small set of classic like stasis servers, right? That always are playing Phase 6 Classic WoW. Maybe 2 or 3, and you put them on one battle group together for them to do battle rounds or whatever. And if people want to play Classic WoW on those servers, you can always make a character, you can always log in, you can always play Phase 6 Classic WoW as much as you want. But they are going to need to make a set of new, fresh servers, I think. Otherwise, private servers are going to come back. For vanilla private servers are going to come back, and honestly, they're going to be 1,000 times better than what Blizzard put out for WoW Classic. Because the biggest problem with the private servers before was some things weren't scripted right, but they also didn't have all the stuff like factually correct. But as far as design decisions went, design decisions with private servers blew Classic out of the water. Like I would say it's borderline embarrassing that Blizzard did what they did in Classic, knowing all the things that were available to them. I don't know a single person who played on private servers, I should say Nostcore private servers, who thinks that WoW Classic was better than private server. I don't know a single person. Because you had all the research and development of what works in vanilla and what doesn't work in vanilla for years. Like, there are little things that you need to change. There are little examples of what servers. Like I played like Elysium Light's Hope, right? After Nostalrius, which Light's Hope became Northdale, or Light's Hope was Northdale, right? They had Lightbringer and Northdale. Everyone was screaming no changes, and that was a huge issue, right? And even me, like, I said this. I said no changes mean different things to different people, but there's certain things that do need to be changed. There's videos on my YouTube channel that you can go look at where I give specific examples of things that like you might need some changes in Classic WoW. I was pretty vocal about this. I wasn't vocal enough because there's still a lot of people. Weren't you hardcore no changes? I'm like, not really, right? Like no changes was almost kind of a meme to me. But I didn't treat it the right way. I feel like I should have been a lot more outspoken
became an
about
S fan.
Because sure, some of the things that I suggested ended up working out and it's good, but I was really big on progressive itemization. I was really big on not having the original loot tables in the game for MC. I don't think we should have had the easiest version of every boss. Like, WoW Classic is easy. The rating is very easy in WoW Classic, but Blizzard made some intentional decisions that made the game much easier than it should be. Like, that's... People talk about, oh, well, you just know everything now. Well, we knew everything on private servers. Private servers were way more dope.
Not enough rage.
So, and now I will say this as well. Private servers also intentionally made some things a little bit harder. But the general rule of thumb for like the NOS-core private servers was try and give the most authentic classic experiences you can. I always forget where this thing is. Give the most authentic classic experience that you can, and put the hardest version of everything in the game. Neros, thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. Thank you, dude.
27 became
J
a
Fiver,
NES
thank you for the
fan.
Twitch Prime again, man. Thank you, dude. Also, no changes was basically dead on release. They've changed so many things with this game that were bad, like just with layering and stuff like this. No changes was dead on release, and I think if you want, and this is what I've said for over a year now, an authentic classic experience is important, right? The authentic vanilla experience is important, but the feeling of authenticity is far more important than factual authenticity. Maybe they meant no change from private servers, which implies they did want changes. That's what I said. I said that I think a lot of people that are saying no changes they didn't play retail vanilla maybe, and they don't know that there's a bunch of stuff in the game that is actually changed in private servers. And I'm talking about little stuff, not a bunch of things, right? Just little things that over time, it adds up, you know? There's a Crystal Force. That's wow. TBC Alliance has Seal of Blood and bonus XP to leveling. Yeah, I mean, I think that in Burning Crusade Classic, I think there has to be Alliance Seal of Blood. It just has to be. You can't have the best product by being hands out of milking the game. Same mentality that times I don't know what you mean. Ça will be it's hard for me like to my brain to like read like Farsi in chat, like Farsi English in chat and like think at the same time. I sincerely doubt that Blizzard will give Alliance Seal of Blood. I think it would be a really, really poor decision not to. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a lot of faith in Blizzard right now to make a good Burning a Crusade experience, because they have purposefully ignored a lot of the little issues with Classic that have built up over time. Like multi-boxing should not be a thing in Classic. It shouldn't be allowed, for one. They need to make some changes to world buff stuff. Like even, and again, it's little stuff. Why is there a timer on Onyxia? Why? Why is there a timer on Onyxia Nefed? This is one of the things that they got rid of almost immediately on Nostalrius because they were like, this is dumb. You have way more people playing your game than the 3,000 player cap, right? You have way more people playing the game than the 3,000 player cap from back in the day. And of those more people that are playing, a higher percentage of those players are doing end game content. And because of how gamers have changed over the years and how people choose to play the game nowadays, people want to go get their world buffs. Like, there's a lot of people complaining about world buffs. The biggest problem with world buffs is not the fact that they exist. It's the risk reward and the time investment it takes to go get them, and how much of a hassle it is to try and get all your stuff, and people feeling like they need to get all their stuff because that's how they play the game now. So if anybody could just go ahead and pop ahead whenever, just like with ZG buff, I don't ever see anybody having a hard time getting ZG buff. It's not annoying. That's fine. Get your ZG buff. With Nethpad and Oni Head, it should be the same thing. I also think another issue is if you're playing on a PvP server, none of the world buffs are dispellable except for Songflower and Dire Maul Tribute, right? They should make those it's completely arbitrary. There's no design reason or logic behind it. Like they just arbitrarily do that. Like some of them happen to be physical buffs and some of them happen to be or two sets of them happen to be magic debuffs or magic buffs, so they're dispellable. It literally makes no sense. War Chiefs, yeah, War Chiefs is not dispellable. That's not PvP. Anybody who tells you dispelling is PvP is like, you're an idiot. I don't know. Like, how is that? There's no real counterplay to it. It's not really skill based. Sitting logged out in like a capital city and just trying to find people that have their PvP flag turned on to res and just dispel them. There's no counterplay to that. Like the only thing that's even close to counterplay would be to it would be to like stack up some buffs on yourself, but even it's not legitimate, right? Like 1, 2, 3 globals versus like actually PvPing. Like if they kill you, I mean, if you get killed, you get killed, and that's PvP, right? I very much agree with that. I think that's how it goes. But as far as saying dispelling is PvP, no, come on, it's griefing. Yeah, like that is a 50 IQ take to say that just being able to dispel somebody is PvP. So, you shouldn't be. Oh, Tetsu, what's up, dude? Shouldn't be able to see enemy players. That makes it way easier for dispellers and not Blizz-like. Well, yeah, and it's because of the it's because of the new client. It's because of how stuff is handled on the new client. So like things like detect magic, I mean, they don't really exist anymore, right? Like you still having detect magic helps you in AQ40 for looking at the buffs on the sentinels, right? Sitting in ghost form, waiting to res and dispel such good PvP. Yeah, exactly. It's dumb. So yeah, I absolutely and I think the idea of people like they end up wanting to get their world buffs 2 to 3 days in advance, and then they log out and they don't play the game for 3 days. That's bad for your game. That's not healthy. Like what would be good, and we did this on private, and it wasn't really an issue. And Tetsu can probably attest to this. Like yeah, there was times when people would try to grief people and stuff like that, but it wasn't bad. Like we used to we would go and a lot of times people would get their world buffs together and it was not a big deal and people just kind of like play the game, you know? Because Tetsu and I played together. We played together on on Elysium Lights Hope on Lightbringer, and I don't remember it being that bad. Yeah, people just get world buffs before raid. We used to do that as a raid group together. We would all go around the world and get our world buffs together. There's like 1 to 2 dispels on private compared to like 100% on classic. Yeah, exactly. And it was everybody's like these guys who were like dispelling is like this guy's a loser. And like most of the time, people would just like respect other people's like desire to play the game they wanted to play it. So, can you seal twist SOC to SOR? No, you can't. Classic wasn't designed for you to stack world, but that's why it's a non-issue for Blizzard. Yes, it's standard now, but that doesn't mean it's not a degenerate game. Well, I mean, it's not even about that, right? It's getting world buffs. That's emergent gameplay that's happened over the course of 15 years, right? Like, I think there's a vocal minority of people that like, oh, they need to not have world buffs and this and that. There's a lot of people that they enjoy getting world buffs. Like for a lot of them, like it's like, hey, it's game day, dude. You go and you wake up. It's high school sports. You got a big football game or whatever that day. You know, you got to go. You got to make sure you eat right. You got to go do all your stuff throughout the day to have a good game that night. You got to take care of your body. It's like that, where you go through and you just do your process, and this is just what you do. It's cool. So, Authentic Vanilla WoW had every patch in the game. Was 1.12 the right choice? Wouldn't it be nice to have changes, patches like how it was? I think basing the game off of 1.12 is just fine. Let me go up to where do we want to go next? Is there a mage here so we can just port? Do a mage. You know what? Let's go to Sylvanus. I'm gonna get a port. Yeah. People dispel more often in Classic because of streamers and being explorers more privacy. I don't think so. I don't think the streamer thing has anything to do with it, because like it's not really a thing. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think streaming has anything to do with it. Because most of the people that are getting dispelled and getting all their world buffs and stuff and avoiding it are not streamers, right? There's been rep paladin bugs for over a year now. Consecrate knocks off debuffs, and that was fixed in 1.9. Shadow Oil, dude. I have said all this stuff to people at Blizzard, by the way. I've said all this stuff, and it's so frustrating to me. Like Consecrate knocks off debuffs. Like these are things that they just fix this. Like what? These are huge issues. It sucks. My guild organizes a world buff train the night before a raid. We get all our world buffs together and then get summoned to a safe spot outside the raid. Yeah. That's man don't want Blizzard. Yeah, exactly. It's mostly people being obsessed with streamers. That's not even true though. There's not a lot of like the streamers aren't really getting like it's not an issue for me because almost every single week I never even have time to go get my world buffs. I'm doing other like I almost never raid with world buffs at this point. I pick up like at least nothing that gets dispelled. I don't really have time. I stream so much other stuff. I don't bother with world buffs. We obliterate content without it. Like I like getting them. Don't get me wrong, but for me it's about time. And it depends, right? There's different types of streamers. There's people who only stream WoW and stuff like that, and then you know it's just different. But for me and how my stream has kind of changed and evolved over the years, like I very much like my stream is like a variety stream at this point. I'm listed as a variety streamer on freaking Twitch metrics or whatever. Hey man, can I get a? Oh, I think he's watching stream. Thanks, dude. Just don't do all those. Get ZG and Oni and go. Yeah, exactly. If they bother you that much, just stop trying to get them all. Yeah, exactly. I get like a ZG and Oni. That's not that bad. The guy goes, everyone here just targets me, and I know. At least you're still playing. Sequisha just totally bailed on us, just dashing up. Well, here's the thing. As a streamer, you do need to do what's best for your stream, and this is something that like I'll be honest, I've kind of done a bad job of this over the course of the past year, where I don't always do what's best for my stream, or I don't act in the best interest of my stream, and it has hurt me a lot over the course of the past year. Where I'm like, okay, well, I gotta do guild stuff, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. And, having like a set schedule, it's kind of bad because as a streamer, there's just like different things going on. It very much is just like any other real life responsibility, even though some people don't want to see it that way. It's like every other real life responsibility and like real life job, and you need to do things a certain way for that job. That's why I think come Burning Crusade, I'm probably gonna do a lot of stuff differently than how we did it in Classic. So I don't mind retail. I just want actual meaningful things to play, not just for gear grinding mythics for 4 months. Are you gonna go PvE on TBC? Yeah, I'll probably go PvE on TBC. I'm very like I'm almost 99% playing on a PvE server in Burning Crusade because I don't want to have. I don't like the idea. I think as a streamer, it's not a good idea to set yourself up to do things that take away like the control of what you're streaming. You know what I mean? And on a PvP server, that definitely happens. Now, I don't think it's that bad in Classic at this point, but in the beginning of Classic, it was really, really bad and really frustrating. Now, that being said, like there's still certain obstacles that you have to overcome, and it's hard to like play the game that you want to play, and especially for my stream. Like I have a lot of people that watch my stream that aren't really WoW players, right? If I go to Auction House, I always forget what this guy is. Crusade is going to be full on streaming guild and TBC then rather than a proper one. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is going to be. I don't know what the plan is going to be exactly, but
Dunbury just resubbed for 22
Dunbury,
months.
thank you for the 22 months, dude. Thank you, man. But like having these things where like I have to mute my stream and have like officer conversations and stuff like that. I just don't want to
Safe
like,
travels.
it's just not good, right?
I've the finest wares in the land.
Did you play Private TVC? Not really. I played a little bit. I didn't think the Private Burning Crusade experience was very good. Apparently it's gotten a lot better, but whenever I tried it, it was jank. What will suck for me is if they do Wrath on 335. The end of Wrath, DKs were nerfed so many times by then, changed so much you can't even tank as all specs anymore, and people are going to miss a cool class in its prime, turning your into prime into ghoul when they die.
You got my attention.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what they're going to do, and this is also going to be an issue with, this is also going to be an issue for,
off with you.
For Burning Crusade, because there were a lot of buffs and changes and stuff like that.
Let's get out of here. Word to your mother.
I don't know what should I drop. I don't want to drop these like Diary of Weeble and like this is cool, you know what I mean? Like Burning Crusade and put that there instead of that, and then we'll also. Do I have anything I can toss at all? This is so annoying. Do I just get rid of the Shard of the Flame? It's garbage. No, the stream is not over.
Watch it.
Do I get rid of my loofah? Like, am I really gonna need this in Karazhan? No. What if I get rid of it and then I find out there's something that I can't think of? Get rid of something you don't mind farming out again? Yeah, I should just get rid of my Grand Marshal's Claymore. That sounds like a good idea. Get rid of this.
Well met.
Frost resist chest.
Be good.
I had that saved up for next, but 10 frost resist, like. Are we even gonna need frost resist? Like, I don't even know. Everything is end up being way easier. Like the Saffron fight might be a joke. Why is the freaking damn vendors so far? This is such a terrible city. There's a reason why nobody has ever in Darnassus. This is like a horribly designed city. It's a nightmare. Skull. There it is. Okay. No wonder they burned it down in retail. Dude, they should have burned it down sooner. This place is a freaking hellhole. Okay. Take it back. It's beautiful. You know what makes it look more beautiful? Whenever it's burning into a freaking fiery ball of flame. Okay? That's how you make this place even more beautiful than how it is right now. Place is a freaking nightmare of a city. I'm a druid. It's my home. Well, F your home. Ironforge is the best design in terms of convenience. Yeah, I think so too. At this point, a lot of people hang out in Stormwind so they can snipe a buff or whatever, but yeah, Ironforge is definitely the best. F you, sorry. Okay. No, in all seriousness, no. I just think the design of Darnassus is terrible.
Clark the Paladin donated $3. That's a nice tree Uranus fan. Would be a shame if they happen to have a fire one day. I hope they make sure that won't happen.
I'll be right back real quick, chat.
What can I do for you? Watch your back.
Clark, thank you for the $3, dude. Ryan Arky, thank you for the $5, man. That's fan of Sylvanus.
Ryan Aki TV donated $5.
I'll be right back real quick.
As fan is Sylvanus confirmed.
Great to meet you. See you soon.
I'm out of range. Need more rage. It's too far away. That ability isn't ready yet. Jexy_GGS became an S fan. Shadow O'Cool just resubbed for 2 months. S fan hammer. Great to meet you. See you soon.
Come back. Shadow Goku, thank you for the 2 months, man. Jexy, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you guys. What's up? What's up, Bogger Brian? Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Classic is such a clone of Vanilla WoW. Yeah, dude, they need to be freaking more creative. It's bullcrap. They just freaking copied Vanilla WoW.
I'm out of range. Not ready yet.
I see less commercial on TV and more on Twitch. What the F?
need to get
What TV channel are you watching that gets more commercials? It gets less commercials than Twitch? Because I want to find out. I'm a Falcons fan. After the latest meltdown, is it okay if I ban shit?
LOL donated
Hey,
$5.
man overboard.
I
Name
overheard
check
some
sounds.
NPCs in Darnassus talking about throwing a gender reveal party. Wonder how it will turn out.
Yeah. LOL, thank you for the $5, dude.
It's too far away.
Look, I actually screwed up today, and I forgot to run ads before the pre-rolls run off. So I just ran ads again. But normally I try to run ads pretty consistently whenever I'm like on a flight path or if nothing's going on or whatever.
I'm out of range.
And if that's the case, if that's what's happening, then I run an ad, and that way we get less pre-rolls. So whenever you join my stream, you don't get an ad. Because if I know an ad is running, I on purpose won't do anything, right? There's no use complaining about it. You can be pretty confident most of the time if you see an ad on my stream that there's nothing going on.
It's not ready yet.
So I do that on purpose.
It's too far away.
S-Fan is a guild recruitment hub on Berlina. There's near transfer, but it's hard to see what guilds have openings. Well, what do you play? Store brand Coke. I know for one thing, like, my guild right now, we have our surplus raid, which is kind of our...
$3. Hey S-Fan, do you want to play Among Us? I'll only play if XQC is there, and once he rage quits I'm a bounce out. Let me know.
Thanks, Adaflow. Thanks for $3, dude. Yeah, I mean, if people want to, if people want to play Among Us, I'm down to play Among Us actually, but. It's so egregious, not ads, my lord. What are you complaining for? Dude, imagine complaining about ads. Just download AdBlock.
I can't do that yet.
Like you guys are unsubbed complaining about ads. Download AdBlock. Like, what the hell? It's fine. Like, you don't have to be subbed or whatever. But like, why are you complaining about ads? Like, it's such a bitchy thing to do. But like, how the hell do you think the website runs? It's not like freaking Bezos bends over, spreads the cheeks, and like pours bandwidth out of his ass. Like, that's not how it works, right? Complaining about ads is like the most baby rage thing you can do because there's so many ways to avoid it. Like, free and not free. Now, there's certain things, right? No, there's certain things, and I do think ads, like for live streaming, it's not good, right? But I understand why it's necessary from like a business standpoint. So that's why I think with me, like if I'm in control of the ads and I run ads on purpose, then at least I know when there's ads instead of like some BS mid-roll ad or pre-roll ad that I'm not in control of, and then people have to watch ads while I'm talking about something that I feel like is important, and I'm doing it on stream. You know what I mean? And I want people to hear it. Like if I'm talking about something or I'm doing something on stream, like I'm streaming it, right? Like I want people to see it, right? Or I want people to know what I'm talking about. Oh, frick! I was gonna get this one. Hey. Can we batch it? I haven't tried.
5, 4,
Okay, ready?
3,
Not
2,
enough
do.
rage.
1.
Did he get it? Did you get it?
It's too far away. Need more rage.
It did.
Cat Hat 34 became an S fan.
I tried it. I didn't have. I was gonna buff him. Cat Hat, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, dude. It's like parents serving alcohol to their kids instead of having them go drink out with friends, getting in trouble. Here, S-Fan's in control. You won't get too hammered with ads. Well, it's like one of those things, right, Paraculus, where it's like, Twitch is gonna make you watch ads, right? They're gonna make you watch ads. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna at least do my best to try and make sure that the people watching my stream have the best viewing experience as possible. And if that means, hey, I on purpose like just take a break for a couple minutes here and there and run an ad, then I think that's
Man of the
good.
Board
I think that
just
works, right?
resubbed for 8 months.
Now, with that being said, regardless, if I start to like if I end up signing like an org deal or something like that, most of these deals they require you to run ads, right? There's a minimum ad density requirement that you have to do, and at that point, like you have to run a certain amount of ads per hour, right? Oh, there's another one. So there's still that, right? So just make sure you like. Ads wouldn't be so bad if you can do it in a way where you're in control and it doesn't take away from the content, really. Whereas I think pre-roll ads, when you first open up a stream, that takes away from the content. Mid-roll ads, whenever something exciting is going on and all of a sudden a mid-roll plays, that takes away from the content.
Casuals 0W just resubbed for 6 months.
You know what I mean?
No ads for me, just pure Paladin Boomer gameplay.
But yeah, complaining about ads, like I get it that like if you're watching on mobile or something, or if you're watching on a console, like you're probably gonna get those ads anyway. But like I said, like most people, they have their ways of avoiding ads. Maybe they're subbed, maybe they're, you know, what ads, right? Like they have like some kind of block or whatever. But then you have some people that just can't avoid them because they watch on mobile or console or whatever. And hey, so what am I gonna do is I don't want people to open up my stream and get pre-roll ads. So I'm gonna make sure to run ads and I'm in control and I know when there's an ad playing and I won't do anything that I think people are gonna miss out on.
Not enough rage.
But I think complaining about ads is like the most like bitchy thing you could do, and it's completely stupid.
I need to get used to it.
Just put in the chat filters if people can't even complain about it. Yeah, it's just weird, right? It's just like cringy to me because it's like how do you think that these websites run? Like we don't even like as streamers like we don't even get a lot of ad revenue unless you're like a huge streamer. Can we stop talking about ads though? Yeah, it's like annoying for me. Like I don't even want to talk about it. Saquon Barkley and Cortland. Wait, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL?
It's too far
No
away.
way. Oh, that sucks, dude. I gotta shoot him a message or something. That sucks. The Twitch player is broken. When I get an ad, the video player breaks. I have to reload the site multiple times and go through up to 5 minutes of ads for the stream to load back incorrectly. What? That's crazy. Did you play with Cortland? No, but I worked on staff. Cortland joined the team the year after the semester after I was done. What's an ACL? It's this ligament that doesn't do anything good. You never hear anything good about an ACL, right? Oh man, that guy's got a great ACL. It's literally it like exists to basically tear and ruin your sports seasons. That's basically what it is. No, oh man, that ACL is really doing a lot of work. You know, it basically keeps your knee in place. You have your ACL, you have your ACL, you have your MCL, and you have what's the other one? LCL. Chat, should I kill somebody? Yeah, ACL is like you can tear your ACL whenever you're like let's say you land with your leg straight and it like hyperextends and then pops.
How are you? Keep your feet on the ground.
I don't really. I used to PvP in Felwood all the time, but now I kind of like I would like feel bad about PvPing in Felwood because I just think people are just like getting their buffs and stuff. But back in the day, I used to PvP in Felwood all the time. But it was so much easier to get like song fights.
What's on your mind? Be good.
The way you roll ads is the best ammo, because on TV or Netflix show series, the content is made in a way to allow ads. Meanwhile, on Twitch, you don't know where the hype moment is going to occur, so random ads could ruin the experience.
Smelly Goobers just
Wait, what are you
resubbed
doing?
for
Why
8
are you-
months. Me and my old lady.
Oh, this is a dispeller. This is a dispeller. Look at that. You see them spamming dispel on me, thinking that I had something to dispel. Why are you not healing yourself? Okay. Probably thought your aura was Songflower? Yeah, actually, that's probably what happened. Like, why is this Songflower not dropping? Why is this Songflower not dropping? Spell spam get too much? Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like how else do you play the game? I don't know how to play. I gotta spam my dispels.
Yo, hey, have a good one.
Money, friend.
I got
Let's see. This is fine. I was about to hearth anyway. Bam.
keep it real.
Can we get an emote with Pepeg on a purge icon? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just think Blizzard is like really stupid for like not touching classic in ways that would obviously make the game like just loads better. Is this the, let's see. We got a safe spotter. This guy targeted me and started to cast fireball. Let's see. Safe spotting. Easy report, boys. What is the deal with these people? What do you think is gonna happen? Like, ask yourself. Last question. I'm so curious. What do you think is gonna happen?
Interesting.
Like what? Like.
Kajello just resubbed for 10 months. You're the best man.
Good Jello, thank you for the 10 months. What would you like to see better in Classic? There should be no timer on Anixia and Nefhead. There should be no timer on Anixia and Nefhead buffs. I think that they should make Dire Maul Tribute and Songflower undispellable. I'm just like saying some things off the top of my head, right? That's specifically like world buff stuff, which I do think is a lot of it, right? I think there's little problems like Paladins have had bugs, like Reckoning is still
Beautiful Fat
broken.
Boy 17 just resubbed for 4 months. As fan
Beautiful
I
Fat
had
Boy,
to study all
thank you for the
the
4 months,
time and
dude.
am always super exhausted, but thanks for the laughs when I have time. S fan less fan.
Thanks, man.
Behold just resubbed
Thanks,
for
dude.
5 months. Yo.
Hey, Bold, thank you for the 5 months, man. There shouldn't be world buffs. No, you're gonna have world buffs. There's too many people that want to play the game that way, right? But see, what am I missing now? Yeah, Reckoning's broken, Consecrate's broken, the Shadow Oil is broken, Weapon Enchant's broken. Wait, what weapon enchants are broken? I think the biggest problem with world buffs is the fact that Tribute and Songflower are dispellable. Is it Mana Oil broken? I'm not sure. So my thing is messed up and Pyroblast doesn't show up. What are you doing? Imagine if I'd attacked him before the last second. Please show gear so that I, as a warrior main, can drown in salt. Let's see. I'll show you a few pieces. Let's see.
Furry
Great Fang
Failure
Talisman.
invested 600 red coin into the
Badge of the
stream.
Swarm Guard.
Shut up
Is
and
that good
take
enough?
some money, you sexy frick.
Free Value, thank you for the 600 bids, dude. Thank you, man. Feeling weak, I don't feel right. Some people don't want to bother getting some non-needed buffs and claiming everything's piss easy. Yeah, I think that's fine, but I think there's other people that do like getting Elder World buffs and stuff. I don't think that... I think that taking them out or making them unusable in raids would be really bad. Because there is a... The people that say don't do that are a vocal minority of people. I think a lot of people really like world buffs. I know I certainly do. I just don't think they're done right in Classic. Did you bid Zelda last night? I did. I stopped getting all buffs because I kept dying on the first trash. Yeah, there's that too. Okay, so here's what we have so far. We got our Crystal Forest. We got our Whipperroot Tubers. You know what I forgot to do? I should have gotten 2 stacks for Crystal Forest. Because I have 2 Librams of Veracity that I need to get. One thing about World Buffs that's nice, it makes raids not as consumable heavy for healers. Yeah, that's true. I also think one more nice thing about World Buffs is like for a hybrid class, you benefit like a lot from World Buffs. So I don't know. I feel really strongly about the fact that they should, I guess my opinion that they should not make Dire Maul Tribute and they should not make Songflower Dispellable. Is rank 14 sword better than Soul Pierce? It is. So let me show you guys this. I'm gonna show you guys a sheet I've been working on. Do you guys want to see my sheet? So I don't even know if my math is right. I'm trying to make sure my math is right here. And maybe there's like a math magician in chat that can help me out with this. Blinding light, sorry. So here's what I have figured out right now. Let's make some of these numbers more like real. So white DPS. Here's your base weapon damage, base weapon DPS, your weapon speed, let's say your attack power, and then your crit chance, right? What is this sheet? How do you calculate your white damage? You're white DPSing my eyes. I'm sorry. So if we're looking at this, we have it might be easier for me to explain it than to remember what I wrote down here, because like multiply, sum, divide, and all these brackets and stuff is confusing in the brain. But let's start here. So first things first. You want to divide your attack power plus 14. You know what? If I were to really clean up the sheet, you know what I would do? I would add two more slots for 4 more. I would add 4 more slots for crit on weapon, attack power on weapon, strength on weapon, and agility on weapon. I would add 4 more columns. But I'm just gonna say attack power and crit chance with the weapon on. It's easier. So anyway, you take your attack power and you divide it by 14. 14 attack power is 1 DPS in Classic WoW. So you take that number and then you let's see, so divide this, and then you add this to your base weapon damage. Is how I did this. So you take whatever your attack power is, your attack power DPS, and then your base DPS, and then you add it together. Then it's your divide. Sum of these two, you add them together, and then you multiply. You multiply that number. Now this is something I'm not sure of if this is proper or not. So then you would then multiply that times 1 plus your crit chance divided by 100. So 20 divided by 100 is 0.2 plus 1, so 1.2. You multiply it by 1.2, for example. And then that's what you get for your white DPS. Now this doesn't account for vengeance. And this is what I was saying earlier with like if there's a math guy that can help me out with this. Because I don't know if you can really even account for this, because I'm sure there is some crazy math way to figure this out, where if I crit, I then get 15% bonus physical and holy damage for 8 seconds afterwards. So what would that mean? That would mean for the next 2 hits, but not for that initial hit. Initial hit. I've never played WoW before, but watching you play it all the time makes me want to try it. Where do I start? Any tips? I play Classic WoW, which you don't need to buy the expansion for. And I would just literally just start playing and just explore the world.
So,
like, you can look on guides on YouTube
5?
and stuff like this, but like, I think looking at that too much kind of ruins the game for you. I wouldn't recommend looking at a whole lot of that stuff. Maybe you could look at it and you have an idea for it, but don't take it as gospel, and that's like a big problem, right? You glance 40% of the time against raid bosses. Well, this isn't accounting for glancing, right? This isn't accounting for glancing.
L fan safety just resubbed for 14 months. S fanned.
Then they go, what is RP walking? Wait, don't know ignored? Hey, S-Fan, are you a fan of anime? If so, what's your top 5? Wolfie Wolf, I'm not a fan of anime. I'm not. Is Classic WoW free? It's $15 a month. Bless you, thank you for the rose, but I have no backspace. Elvin Safety, thank you for the 14 months. Thank you, Elvin Safety. Good to see you, Elvin Safety. Frick, stuck. No, I'm not in anime.
I am.
Do you think they'll remove classic servers when Burning Crusade comes out? No, I actually don't think so. I think they will. They'll make a new set of fresh servers. You take the crit chance to determine the uptime of the buff, then apply to DPS. Yeah, so, but even if you do that, right? So let's say you take your crit chance to apply for the uptime of the buff. So like, let's say 20%. What is the uptime of 20%? Sorry, a 20% crit chance. What is the uptime of an 8-second buff that doesn't apply on the initial hit? He's lying, he loves anime.
How are you?
Let's go ahead and go, what do we want to do here? Let's see. Dono wall, dono wall, dono wall, dono wall. Okay, so I actually screwed up and we need to go to Angora again. Because I wasn't thinking. But, welcome to the panic room. Clutch of Foresight, I've had this thing forever. Why do I have nature protection potion in 2 stacks? What the hell? What did I just take off? Let's put something else in our bags here. What else do I not need? Havari worshippers, I'll put that in the bags.
Did not.
Panic. Panic. Okay. It's such a great song. Do you guys remember Old Frogs? Do you guys remember when we discovered this song? The song was at the beginning of BFA while we were leveling. Hey, also, speaking of which, so whenever Shadowlands comes out, what do you guys think is more fun to watch? I did like a long stream and we hit level 120 in one stream on the second day. And I thought that went awesome on BFA launch. That was so fun. And such a good stream. Man, I wish I had my BFA launch stream. That was such a good stream, dude. But do you guys think it's because here's what I did, dude. Everybody else stayed like up like 24 hours and I didn't.